Developing news out of Germany. 28 people injured, including children, after a car drove into a crowd at a labor union rally march in Munich, Germany. CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi is on the ground right now in Munich. Olivia, can you walk us through what you're seeing and hearing right now?
Yeah, Liz, it's good to be with you. This is not the story we thought we were going to cover today in Munich. Earlier this morning, behind me, a small Mini Cooper, cream Mini Cooper, drove through a crowd of people, injuring about 30 people, a couple dozen, and including children as well. Just a short while ago, we saw that Mini Cooper being taken away. The windshield was completely destroyed, the front of the car completely busted. And then we saw firemen hosing down the street, removing some of the debris that was still here after they completed their investigation. Now, there is someone who is in police custody. He is a 24-year-old Afghan national who some authorities here say was known to officials and police because of prior charges related to theft in Germany. So notable there that he is in custody. But the reason why we're here and the reason why there's such a police presence going on is because we're just about a mile away from where the Munich Security Conference will be happening tomorrow. There are thousands of world leaders, politicians, policymakers descending on this German city for this Security Council meeting, or this Security Conference rather, tomorrow. That includes Vice President JD Vance. This attack happened, suspected attack happened this morning, shortly before he landed here in Munich. And tomorrow, just about a mile away from here, he's expected to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for the topic of Ukraine, and the end to that nearly 3-year-long war will certainly be a topic. So notable there, all of this happening in this city where there are tons of world leaders descending, and there's a heavy police presence we're seeing tonight across all streets here in Munich.
And Vice President Vance visited a concentration camp memorial earlier today. Let's play back that sound from earlier. Let's take a listen to that, and we'll talk to you on the other side.
I've read a lot about the Holocaust in books, but being here and seeing it up close in person really drives home what unspeakable evil was committed and why we should be committed to ensuring that it never happens again. I really am really moved by this site, and I think that while it is, of course, a place of unspeakable atrocity and terror and evil, it's very important that it's here, and it's very important that those of us who are lucky enough to be alive can walk around, can know what happened here, and commit ourselves to prevent it from happening again. So Usha and I are really grateful for you guys to show us around. It's a somber moment, it's a sad moment, but it's something that I'll never forget, and I'm grateful to have been able to see it up close in person.
So, Olivia, can you walk us through the Vice President's movements today and remind us why he's making these stops?
Sure, and the Vice President took off from Paris this morning. Earlier in the week, he attended that Artificial Intelligence Action Summit that happened there, and he landed in Munich, Germany, this morning, Munich time, or East Coast time rather, around 9 a.m., and then we immediately went to Dachau, the concentration camp site, the concentration camp memorial site, I should say. And there we saw the Vice President get a tour along with his wife, Second Lady Usha Vance, of the memorial site there, a visit rather. And they were given that visit by a man who was a former Holocaust survivor who actually was imprisoned there at that camp. We saw them walk through the gates that this man walked through. Then they went through the holding area, the intake area where Jewish people were forced to give up their passport, their money, anything on their person, and then they were subject to torture. We watched him go through all of that and really be given this history lesson before going outside and placing a wreath, and then you heard his remarks there. And it's notable that this is coming as the Vice President and the Trump administration are working to end the latest war in Europe, which is, of course, the war in Ukraine. It's the first ground war in Europe in decades. And it's notable that we heard yesterday from President Trump that he has spoken to both President Putin and Ukrainian President Zelensky about ending that war soon, which is why we're seeing the Vice President here today. He will be leading several bilateral meetings tomorrow, especially with Zelensky, where this is going to be the main topic. It is the most pressing international security issue facing the continent of Europe right now. That's why he's here today, and that's why we saw him go today to pay his respects to that Holocaust memorial site. And really grounded him, it sounded like, in the remarks we heard from him, talking about that he never wants to see such a senseless loss of life due to war again.
Olivia Rinaldi live from Munich for us. Thank you so much, Olivia.